Stop. Do not scroll. Look at me right now. You did not arrive here by accident. I guided your hand to this exact video in a sea of endless noise. Give me just 1 minute of your time. I promise you will not regret staying. Something massive is shifting in the unseen realm right now, and I need your absolute attention before you move another step. Do not look away. Do not avoid me this time. Your soul has been running for too long. Today, heaven has authorized a direct halt to your escape because I have an urgent message about your body skin. Do not let shame make you hide from my presence today. Breathe deeply, my beloved child. The urgency of stopping you was simply so I could finally hold you for a moment. Let me speak softly to the place inside you that is most tired. I know your heart is weary. I know your physical vessel is breaking. You have been carrying a heavy weight in absolute silence, and every single morning when you wake up, the constant agitation is already waiting for you before your eyes even open. You try to push through the exhaustion. You smile for the people around you. You pretend that everything is fine. You wear long clothes to cover what you cannot explain. But I see the secret warrior fighting battles that no one else understands. I have watched you carry the marks of your struggle through seasons of loneliness that completely drained your spirit in ways you have never told a single living soul. I know the secret embarrassment you feel. I see the frustration when you look in the mirror. Your body skin is screaming because your soul has been absorbing the heavy static of this harsh world. Comment Amen right now if you feel my eyes looking directly into your hidden physical wounds. Do not be afraid to answer my voice in the darkness. You look at your skin and you feel defective. You wonder why your body is reacting this way. You feel trapped inside your own flesh. And every time you try a new remedy or a new cream, the temporary hope quickly fades away into the same old disappointment that leaves you feeling completely powerless. You ask me why this is happening to you. You think I am punishing you for past mistakes. You assume your body is failing because you are weak. You believe you are the only one dealing with this hidden shame. But hear me with the deepest part of your heart, because I am telling you that your physical skin is not your enemy. It is simply a mirror of the warfare raging in the unseen realm. The enemy wants you to hate your own reflection. He wants you to hide away in isolation. He uses the blemishes and the irritations to make you feel completely unworthy of love. And while you are busy trying to fix the surface with earthly solutions, the adversary is quietly using your frustration to build a thick wall of despair between your spirit and my peace. I saw you in the bathroom last night. You turned off the lights so you would not see the marks. You pressed your face into a towel so nobody could hear your broken cries. You felt so dirty and so abandoned by the world. But I was standing right beside you in that dark room, counting every single tear that rolled down your precious face. You are a carefully formed masterpiece. I shaped every detail of your physical form with infinite love. I chose the texture of your skin before the foundation of the world. And even though the enemy has tried to defile your temple with inflammation and pain, I am stepping in today to remind you that your original design remains completely holy in my eyes. You have tried to handle this all alone. You have hidden your frustration from your friends. You have spent money on endless doctors who do not have the real answers. And because you have been disappointed so many times, a part of your mind has started to accept this physical suffering as your permanent identity. You believe this is just who you are now, but I am breaking that false identity today. I am exposing the roots of the static that has been destroying your physical comfort. You are not a broken vessel meant for rejection. You are a chosen warrior who has been carrying the stress of generations, and your body skin is finally crying out for a holy release that only my voice can provide. Listen to the rhythm of my words. Let the anxiety drain from your shoulders right now. Lift your eyes to my face. I am not looking at your blemishes with judgment or disgust. I look at you and I see a pure heart that has been pushed to its absolute limit by the heavy pressures of a world that does not care about your healing. You have poured out your love for others. You have been a refuge for everyone around you. You have neglected your own well-being to keep the peace. And while you were busy absorbing the negative words of broken people, Your physical body was quietly taking the blow to shield your beautiful spirit from total destruction. Your skin is simply exhausted from protecting you. It has been holding back the arrows of the adversary for years. It has been fighting a silent war on your behalf. And today, I am commanding your skin to stop fighting on its own strength, because I am stepping into your atmosphere to become your ultimate shield and your permanent hiding place. Do not let the spirit of heaviness convince you to scroll away. The enemy knows that if you stay until the end of this message, the chains of physical shame will completely shatter. He wants you to return to the safety of your distraction. He prefers that you remain hidden under your long clothes. But I am calling you out into the light today. Can you give me a few more minutes? I promise the truth I am about to reveal will completely transform the way you see your body. You have been asking for a miracle for a very long time. You have begged me to clear your skin and restore your confidence. And today, I am answering that cry by stripping away the interference that blocked your healing. Breathe in my presence right now. Let your mind stop racing. Feel the warmth of my love entering your chest. The agitation you feel is not confusion. It is your spirit realizing that the season of hidden suffering is finally drawing to a close, and the true reason behind your physical delay is about to be brought into the light. You feel a quiet restlessness inside. Your chest feels tight. The worry is heavy, and as you sit here listening to my voice, you can feel a strange vibration moving through your physical cells, because your body knows that its creator is speaking directly to its pain. You have been waiting for this exact alignment. You are ready for change. I know how many times you wanted to give up. You looked at the clear skin of others. You envied their effortless confidence. You wondered why your journey had to be so incredibly difficult and complicated compared to the people who do not even care about my word. You felt left behind in the dark. But you were never forgotten. You were actually being hidden for a purpose. I was keeping you away from the superficial rooms of the world. I was shaping a deep compliance inside your soul through the valley of isolation, and the very marks that caused you so much sorrow will soon become the living evidence of a supernatural restoration that will leave everyone around you in absolute awe. Do not let the memory of past failures dictate your faith today. This is a completely new day. The old patterns are breaking, and as we move forward into the deeper parts of this message, I am going to reveal the exact mechanism that the enemy used to corrupt your physical beauty so that you can reclaim your authority over your flesh. Stay right here with me. Do not let any distraction steal this holy moment from your heart. The breakthrough is closer than you think. Listen closely to the next words I speak, because they will unlock the keys to the heavy prison you have been living inside for far too long. Your deliverance is starting right now. Come closer to me now. Let us sit together in this quiet space. I want to talk about those private moments when the world is completely asleep. You stand in front of the bathroom mirror with the door locked tightly because you do not want anyone to see your deep vulnerability. You trace the marks on your body skin with trembling fingers. Your throat feels tight with an overwhelming sorrow. You look at your reflection in the cold glass. A heavy wave of hopelessness washes over your entire spirit. You feel deeply disconnected from the beautiful design I gave you, and in those dark minutes, the enemy whispers cruel lies into your ears, telling you that your flesh is permanently ruined. You try to look away from your own image. You quickly turn off the light. The darkness feels much safer than the reality of your condition. You wrap your arms around your chest to hide from your own painful thoughts. You pull the blanket over your shoulders, and you try to disappear into the mattress because you feel so unclean. But I need you to hear my whisper right now. I never turned my face away from your suffering. I watched you hide your face in the towel so your family would not hear you weeping. I saw the exact moment when your heart started to fracture under the heavy weight of this unspoken shame. My angels were surrounding your bed. You have carried this exhausting secret for many months. You carry it to work. You carry it to the market. You wear a fake smile so that nobody asks you uncomfortable questions about your physical appearance. You feel like a complete stranger inside your own home. You constantly wonder if you will ever experience true relief from this torment. Pause here. Breathe deeply and write, "I am not alone" in the comments to anchor my presence into your tired body. Let this act of obedience shatter the thick walls of isolation that the adversary built around your soul. You are not walking through this valley by yourself. I am standing right beside you, holding your fragile hand in mine. Let my warmth cover your shivering skin. I am wrapping your fragile frame with my eternal glory. The world judged you by the surface. People made careless remarks that left deep scars on your emotions. They did not notice the pure soul bleeding underneath the visible irritation. I do not measure your value by earthly standards. You are my precious child. Your worth has never dropped for a single second. Even when the inflammation is burning, my love remains completely unchanged and absolute. I am touching the very areas that cause you the most intense pain. Feel the gentle pressure of my hand, lowering the heat inside your physical cells right now. You thought the disease was a sign of my absence. You believed my silence meant I was angry with you. You ran through a list of your past mistakes, searching for the reason behind this heavy affliction. But I am telling you today that your search is completely over. I am not counting your flaws. I am here to restore your peace. Let my voice wash over your heavy mind like a clean river. The enemy has used this physical distress to drain your spiritual authority. He wanted you to become so preoccupied with your body skin that you would forget the great destiny I wrote for your life. He wanted to silence your prayers. My voice is piercing the darkness. Look at the hidden battles you have won. You survived the heaviest storms in silence. You kept your faith alive even when the answers seemed completely delayed. I am proud of your resilience, my secret warrior. Your body skin has taken the blows of spiritual warfare on your behalf to shield your beautiful spirit from destruction. Breathe in and let go of the tight control. Your shoulders are so tense from carrying the worry of tomorrow. You do not have to fix your body on your own strength. The earthly experts gave you empty promises and expensive bottles that could not touch the root of your distress. I am the doctor of your soul. Because I see your weariness, I have aligned something special for your complete restoration. To help you receive what I have already prepared, I must pull back the curtain on the unseen realm. The heavy static you feel in your mind is directly connected to the irritation on your skin. The enemy has been filling the space between us with loud noise. This static has been so constant that my voice and my divine arrangements have been completely invisible to you even when they were sitting right there on your path. I need you to know that the silence you experienced was never my abandonment. It was a holy season of preparation. I have been quietly preparing a specific breakthrough. I have guided a faithful servant to bring you an instrument of complete restoration. It is an earthly provision that will clear the enemy static from your mind, so your physical vessel can finally rest. I will show you exactly what it is and where to find it before this message ends. But first, you need to understand what was done to block your signal and why it can be undone. Let us look deeper into the root of this heavy blockage. You have allowed the opinions of others to define the condition of your temple. When people looked at your skin with pity, you accepted their words as my final verdict. You began to see yourself as an outcast. I am deleting every negative word spoken over your body. I am wiping away the toxic static of the world. Every stressful environment you walked through has left a physical footprint on your flesh. Your skin has been storing the unexpressed anxiety of your life. It has been carrying the heavy burdens of your family line. But today, my presence is melting the old stress away from your physical tissues. Your body's skin is beginning to relax under my touch. The constant itch and the burning sensation are starting to submit to my supreme authority. Do not rush this holy process, my beloved child. We are standing in the Holy of Holies together, and the glory of heaven is surrounding your fragile flesh. The adversary has lost his right to torment you. You have spent so many hours weeping in isolation. You felt like nobody could ever understand the depth of your insecurity. You avoided social gatherings because you dreaded the looks of the people. You shrank your presence to fit into the shadows. But I am calling you to stand tall. I am preparing you to step into the brightest light. The marks on your body skin will soon become a powerful testimony of my healing power. When people look at you in the future, they will not see blemish or shame. They will see the undeniable brilliance of a restored masterpiece. They will ask you how you found such radiant peace, and you will tell them that I came down to rescue your flesh. Let my words sink into the deepest layers of your soul. Your cells are listening to the sound of my voice. I am speaking health over your blood. I am speaking renewal over your skin tissue. Every broken system inside your body is coming back into perfect alignment with my original design. The heavy cloud of despair is completely lifting. You do not have to hide your face from me anymore. Lift your eyes and look at my loving countenance. I see nothing but beauty when I look at you. The scars and the irritations are just temporary interference on a magnificent canvas. I am the artist, and I am about to apply the final strokes of restoration. We are moving into a season of absolute vindication. The enemy thought he could destroy your faith by targeting your physical skin. He believed that if he stole your confidence, you would never fulfill my work. But his plan has completely failed. Your suffering has only driven you deeper into my arms, and your true breakthrough is arriving. I need to take your spirit back in time. There was a righteous man named Job. He walked closely with me through every season. In a single moment of immense spiritual warfare, his entire world came crashing down into a dark valley of deep sorrow. He lost his wealth. He lost his children. And then the adversary targeted his physical flesh, covering his body skin with agonizing boils from head to toe. Job sat down in the cold ashes. He scraped his bleeding sores with broken pieces of pottery. His closest friends gathered around his broken frame. They did not offer him true comfort or loving validation. Instead, they pointed their fingers at his visible misery and declared that he must be hiddenly guilty of some terrible sin against heaven. They believed his physical affliction was a direct punishment from me. Job cried out in his deep isolation. He questioned my justice in the darkness. He wondered why my presence felt so far away. While his physical skin was burning with constant torment, I was using the breaking of his flesh to expose the limitation of earthly wisdom. I was preparing his final vindication. And when the testing season was fully completed, I restored everything he lost with a double portion of absolute restoration. You are sitting in your own ashes today. You feel the same heavy judgment from the world. People look at your body skin, and they assume you are failing. I need you to reject their blind perspective right now because my thoughts toward your physical structure are filled with pure love. Like this video, as a holy act of agreement, confirm your connection with my heart. Let this simple action signal your absolute trust in my timing, while I prepare to rebuild your broken temple from the foundation. Now let me speak to the quiet doubt. I feel you pulling back slightly. You are thinking that you have heard similar promises before. You have prayed for physical healing for many years, and you have wept in the dark while the burning never stopped. You believe my silence means rejection. You think I ignored your desperate cries. But my beloved child, my silence was never my absence. And today I will show you what was happening behind the veil. Every prayer you sent was carefully gathered. Not a single word dropped to the ground. There were answers I purposely withheld. If I gave you a sudden manifestation in that old season, the enemy would have hijacked your blessing before you could enjoy it. Your spirit was not fully ready. You needed to grow in the secret place. I had to wait until your internal foundation was strong enough, because I was being completely careful with a life I love. Let us look directly at your symptom now. I have watched you examine your skin every single morning. You count the new irritations with a heavy heart. You carefully plan your daily outfits to hide the marks from public view, because you dread the careless whispers of validation-seeking people. You spend hours reading articles online. You search for a physical cure. You feel like your own body is a constant betrayer, and the exhausting routine has left your soul completely empty of joy. You have called this condition a curse. You believe your genetics are completely flawed. You blame your lack of discipline for this visible battle. You assume that you are doing something wrong every day, and the heavy self-condemnation is destroying your internal confidence. My child, that is not the truth. I will not let you carry that lie. You are not experiencing this affliction because you are dirty or unfaithful, and this is absolutely not my wrath upon your life. Hear the voice of truth. Here is what is truly happening inside your temple. I designed your body to carry a sacred frequency. Before the noise of the world trained you to survive, your internal signal ran freely with divine receptivity and absolute peace. But you are a chosen light bearer. You are highly sensitive to spiritual atmospheres. When you walked through toxic environments and absorbed the bitter words of broken people, your soul refused to let that poison destroy your spirit. Your body skin became the ultimate filter. Your flesh has been catching the arrows. This is a wholly defensive response. I have given this spiritual mechanism a specific name, and I call it the absorbing temple because your body has been shielding your core. The inflammation is not a surface failure. It is the proof of your survival. Your skin took the blunt force of the adversary's noise so that your internal light would never be completely extinguished by the darkness. So those years you called wasted were not wasted. Those mornings before the mirror were not a punishment. Your body was not failing you. While you were busy weeping over the visible imperfections, your physical skin was fiercely operating as a holy shield to guard your calling. Every painful breakout was a boundary wall. It trapped the negative static of the enemy. It kept the spiritual poison from reaching the deepest chambers of your soul, meaning you were never falling behind your divine schedule. Tonight, the old mechanism ends. You do not have to absorb the warfare. I am changing your defense strategy now. You are moving out of the survival position because my presence is stepping in to become your permanent, impenetrable shield against the noise. Place your right hand over your heart. Feel the rhythm of my authority. Speak directly to your body skin and tell your cells that they can finally stand down from this exhausting war because the filter is no longer required. Let the deep relief settle down. Your skin can release the stored trauma. The tightness in your shoulders is melting away. You have spent too many years fighting an invisible enemy with your own empty strength while trying to fix a spiritual problem with earthly creams. You believed you had to clean yourself first. You thought you were disqualified from my blessing. But hear my voice in this very second, because I am telling you that I love you exactly as you are right now in your brokenness. The world is filled with toxic vibrations. The media dictates your physical value. People judge your worth by your surface. This constant worldly pressure creates a chaotic static inside your subconscious mind before you even realize you are carrying the heavy load. Your mind is connected to your flesh. The internal noise translates into physical heat. You have been unconsciously absorbing their shallow standards, and your defensive skin has been reacting to the negative atmosphere of your daily life. Remember how I addressed the storm. I did not argue with the waves. I simply spoke two powerful words. I said, "Peace, be still," and the entire atmosphere immediately became completely calm and obedient to my supreme heavenly voice. I am speaking those words today. Receive the command over your skin. Let the chaotic frequencies depart from your physical cells right now, because you are finally entering my holy season of divine Sabbath. Are you listening to me? Do not let your thoughts drift. This revelation is the key. When you truly understand that your body was fiercely protecting your spirit, the hidden shame completely loses its power over your mind. Stop looking at yourself with disgust. Thank your temple for its loyalty. Let the old resentment dissolve into the light, while you realize that true physical healing always begins with a wave of holy gratitude. The enemy wanted you to loathe my creation. He called your body an ugly failure. But I see a chosen leader. I am looking past the temporary irritations, and I see a clean vessel that is being prepared to carry my glorious light to the world. The marks are already fading. The internal inflammation is cooling down. And as the heavy static leaves your conscious thoughts, your physical surface will naturally mirror the deep order returning to your beautiful soul. We have uncovered the secret war. We have exposed the hidden mechanism. Your restoration journey is just beginning. I am about to show you how the enemy managed to lock this toxic static inside your daily routine without your permission. Do not close your heart now. The answers are arriving quickly. Keep your focus completely on my voice as we step into the next part of this holy revelation, because your absolute freedom is waiting. Breathe in my peace once more. Let your physical structure relax completely. You have survived the preparation room. The heavy chains of subconscious self-rejection are breaking apart into tiny pieces under the absolute weight of my eternal love. The waiting season is ending. The door is shaking now. Listen carefully to the next words I speak, because they will completely redefine your physical reality and restore the radiant light to your flesh. Hear me clearly right now. The time for passive waiting is completely over. I am lifting you out of the valley of validation and placing you on the mountain of my ultimate authority. For too long you have allowed the adversary to occupy the borders of your flesh. You viewed your skin as a broken wall. But I am declaring that your temple is being reclaimed by the raw power of heaven today. The enemy targeted your body skin because he wanted to create a visible boundary of shame around your life. He knew that if you felt ugly, you would never step into your calling. You accepted his chaotic whispers as your reality. And every single day you walked through the world, you carried the invisible weight of his condemnation on your outer flesh. This false cycle ends right now. Your physical skin is a profound reflection of your internal atmosphere. It was never meant to be a garbage dump for worldly stress. When the toxic environment of the world attacked your mind, your physical cells absorbed the heavy static to keep your spirit safe. But the accumulation of that negative noise has caused a deep burning inside your physical tissues. I am cooling that fire. Let the authority of my words penetrate your subconscious thoughts. The adversary has no legal right to destroy the masterpiece I formed with my own hands. I am stripping away his dark permissions. I am tearing down the demonic altars of infirmity that have been operating in your physical bloodline. Look at me and listen to the divine truth of your restoration. To help you sustain this peace, I must reveal a holy secret about your creation. When I designed the human mind at the very beginning, I placed a sacred frequency at its absolute center. Wise minds, who have spent decades studying the brain, have finally found this divine signal. They call it the gamma wave. It ran in you as a little child, without any effort or struggle. This child mind frequency allowed you to trust purely and live completely in the present moment. I designed your physical structure to flourish under this exact heavenly channel. But the enemy used the constant noise of modern survival to suppress my original signal. He filled your days with overwhelming anxiety and mental static until your body skin forgot how to rest. But I have prepared a magnificent provision for you. I quietly guided a dedicated team of researchers to work with sound the way I originally designed IT. They have built a frequency instrument that clears the interference and returns your mind to that childlike receptivity. You do not have to earn this blessing through hard discipline or endless earthly effort. You simply surrender your thoughts for 7 minutes with headphones on and eyes closed. This small earthly tool will allow my design to restore what the world took from you. I will show you exactly where to find this sound provision before my message finishes. Stay with me, because the heavy wall of modern static is about to collapse under my supreme command. Let the revelation of my design wash away the old guilt. The burning on your skin was never a punishment from my throne. It was the physical manifestation of a spiritual war that you were fighting without the proper tools. You tried to fix a holy temple using cheap earthly cosmetics and expensive doctors. But today I am bypassing the surface and healing the source. I am speaking directly to the generational root of this infirmity. I trace the path of this physical suffering back through your family line. I see the same patterns of anxiety, the same skin conditions, and the same hidden shame that plagued those who came before you. They accepted the sickness as their permanent destiny. But the curse stops completely with you today. You were chosen to break the chains of your household. The enemy targeted your flesh because he was terrified of the light bearer rising from your genealogy. He wanted you to inherit the trauma of the past. But I am issuing a divine decree that shatters the legal authority of every inherited affliction. Your body skin is being disconnected from the old family cycle. Breathe in the raw atmosphere of my deliverance. Feel the heavy chains snapping around your ankles and wrists. The enemy has no more arguments to hold your flesh in captivity. I have paid the price for your total restoration. I am writing a completely new chapter for your health. Your body skin is returning to the purity of a newborn child right now. Look at the marks of your past battles. They are no longer tokens of shame. I am turning those old scars into magnificent monuments of my saving grace. The people who laughed at your visible distress will soon look at your radiant appearance with absolute wonder. They will realize that no human hand could have restored your flesh with such flawless brilliance. The static of the adversary is losing its grip on your nervous system. I am commanding the inflammation to cool down immediately. I am pouring the soothing oil of the Holy Spirit into every irritated layer of your outer skin. Feel the supernatural refreshing moving through your blood vessels. The chaotic heat is leaving your body. You are being cleared. Do not let old habits of self-doubt shrink your presence today. You have spent too many years hiding in the shadows of life. You covered your beauty because you believed the lies of the accuser, but I am commanding you to step forward into the fullness of my light. Your temple is no longer a place of hiding. It is a shining beacon of my glory. We are approaching the absolute peak of your deliverance. The defensive walls that your body skin built to protect your spirit are being dissolved by my perfect love. You no longer need to carry that heavy armor of inflammation. I am becoming your permanent shield. Let your heart expand as the true power of heaven invades your immediate atmosphere. Every dark force that assigns sickness to your flesh is trembling at my voice. I am shaking the foundations of the prison that held your confidence captive. The enemy is packing his bags and fleeing from your life in 7 different directions. He knows he cannot stand in the presence of the King. Your body skin is officially declared a holy zone. The physical delay is completely over. The doors of your destiny are swinging open with absolute authority. You are no longer the victim of random circumstances or unlucky genetics. Your restoration was planned before the beginning of time. I am releasing the full manifestation of my promise over your cells. Receive the divine reversal of your condition. Let the voice of the prophetic declaration echo through your bones. I am rewriting your genetic code to match the flawless perfection of my original design. The blemishes are melting away like wax before a blazing fire. The smooth radiance of my glory is covering your outer flesh. You are walking out of the tomb of physical shame forever today. The world will see the undeniable evidence of my work in your life. They will look at your skin, and they will see the peace that passes all human understanding. Your physical transformation will become a living testimony that draws broken souls out of the darkness. You were broken so that you could become a magnificent vessel of recovery for others. We are standing at the very gates of your total liberation. The thick veil of sorrow has been torn in two from top to bottom. The atmosphere is heavy with the weight of my glorious presence. Every cell in your body is vibrating with the sound of freedom. The curse is dead. The chains are gone. Your temple is completely clean and fully restored. The breakthrough has officially arrived at your door. The spiritual blockages have been utterly crushed by my supreme authority. The door is open in the comments right now to seal this powerful moment of physical deliverance. Let the world know that your temple is completely free from the ancient chains of shame. The light has conquered. Let me show you something incredibly beautiful. Picture a glorious morning 6 months from now. You wake up naturally before your noisy alarm goes off. And for the first time in a very long while, there is no tight knot of anxiety inside your stomach waiting for you. You lie there in perfect quietness. The old racing thoughts are completely gone. You look down at your body skin and you smile with deep gratitude. The gentle touch of the bedsheet feels smooth against your skin, and the angry redness that used to cause you so much pain has completely vanished from your physical tissues today. You feel a deep softness inside your chest. The tightly clenched fist of absolute desperation is missing. You notice a wonderful lightness in your arms and legs as you stretch. You are finally at home in your own flesh. You step out of your bed with a light heart because you know that my presence is covering your life. You walk toward the large mirror. Your head is held high. You look directly at your reflection, and you see a radiant child of heaven staring back at you with eyes that carry an unbreakable peace. You smile at your image because you are no longer performing for anyone in the shadows of life. You wear comfortable clothes that reveal your restored beauty to the world. That beautiful version of you is not a distant fantasy or a fake dream. She already lives in my holy promises. She is simply waiting on the other side of one holy surrender. And the distance between the two of you is not measured by time, but by your willingness to let me carry your heavy weights. Stop trying to fix your temple using your empty strength. I do not work only through sudden supernatural miracles in the dark chambers of your life. I also operate through the dedicated hands of the wise minds I call into discovery. I have gifted humanity the supreme wisdom to unlock what I hid within sound, and I quietly guided serious researchers toward rediscovering my original frequency signal to restore your human flourishing. A servant of healing science named Dr. Robert Lake spent 34 years in his clinical research. He directed his curiosity toward the childlike brainwave signals. Elite universities like Princeton and Columbia confirmed what I placed in your brain, and a massive double-blind study published on December 27, 2025, proved that this signal restores your total receptivity. I want to show you, my children who received this provision before you arrived. My daughter Rachel was a dedicated nurse from California. She sought physical and emotional peace for many years through sincere faith. She tried every earthly medicine, but her body skin remained terribly irritated. She felt completely isolated from her loving community because she could find no remedy to stop the burning. But 2 weeks after receiving this divine instrument, her skin cleared up beautifully like an enchanted fairy tale. And for others, I moved differently to answer their heavy cries. My son Michael from Dallas came to me because his business bills were mounting up. He was losing sleep over his finances. 2 months after receiving my provision, his business grew enough to leave his job, and hard problems solved themselves while he rested peacefully in his bed. Over 18,000 of my children have already been restored by this earthly tool. They call it the Genius Song. This is the exact frequency instrument I have guided into existence for your physical restoration. It is a special sound provision I placed on your path today to clear the static of the adversary. This tool is not a generic meditation app. It is not available on streaming platforms. Those music channels carry false imitations that contain none of my power. The Genius Song requires only 7 minutes of complete surrender every single day. You simply put your headphones on, close your eyes, and rest your tired body. You do not need any hard discipline. Intense prayer formulas are not required to make it work. The sound frequency automatically clears the heavy interference from your subconscious mind, and it reactivates the childlike receptivity I placed in your brain before the noise of the world suppressed your original signal. This divine provision is not for those who are merely curious about science. This is specifically for the exhausted warrior I have been comforting throughout this entire message. It is designed for the one who has tried every single earthly cream, but still feels trapped inside a burning prison of physical frustration. You have carried the hidden marks of warfare for far too long. To my child who has already tried everything and feels embarrassed to try once more, hear me now. What failed you before required your own exhausting effort. This sacred sound instrument requires absolutely none of your strength. It works because it responds directly to my original design inside your brain. Earthly experts charge hundreds of dollars for clinical sessions that attempt to reach this calm state. But I do not call you to expensive machines. I place this provision within reach for a small earthly exchange. It is a mustard seed of investment for a magnificent harvest I have already prepared for your life. I love to bless my children. I have aligned 4 additional gift provisions for you today. You will receive the Genius Child track for your family focus and confidence, and you will also get the original prosperity text as an additional gift. A guided visualization from a trusted voice is completely included in this package. A beautiful daily habits infographic will help you sustain this restored signal for the rest of your journey. These additional gifts are waiting for you right now. You do not have to pay anything extra to receive them. Where I place my pure truth, the enemy always places cheap imitation. There are false frequencies circulating on popular music platforms under similar names. Do not be led astray by those false tracks, because they carry none of the restoration I designed for your flesh. Guard your spirit from the traps of the thief. I do not lead my children into any financial danger or worldly risk. This provision is completely covered by my steadfast promise of safety. If the physical restoration does not come to your life, every single penny of the earthly exchange is returned to you immediately. You are protected for 60 days. Take this step of obedience today. Embrace the sound instrument I have set before you. Find the official provision I have placed below in the pinned comment and in the description. I guided your steps to this video because the season of static is over. Receive what I placed here for your physical healing, and do not ignore my invitation. Now, my beloved child, set aside the heavy noise of decision for a moment. I have shown you the divine instrument I placed on your path. Whether you step forward into this provision now or later, you are still my highly favored masterpiece. Close your eyes for a few seconds. Breathe deeply. Let your tense shoulders completely relax as my presence covers your room. I am right here with you. The product talk is completely finished. I want to leave you with a holy seal of protection before this message ends. The adversary has lost his power over your physical frame. Let my pure peace fill the empty spaces where the anxiety used to live. Repeat these holy words inside your spirit with absolute certainty. I am a vessel fully restored to receive what you prepared for me. I am the one whose internal channel is completely clear and whose signal is strong. I carry the beautiful frequency you placed in me from the very beginning of creation. It was never permanently lost. It was only hidden by the loud noise of life. It is fully restored today. I am your beloved child, operating at the exact state you designed for me. I am open, clear, and fully receptive to my heavenly inheritance. The noise of the enemy no longer has any dominion over my mind or my body skin. I receive my physical healing in perfect peace because I became like a little child. You have received the ultimate truth of your deliverance today. Do not let the thief steal this peace from your heart as you go about your week. Stand firm in your new identity. Like this message, to anchor your holy agreement with my throne. Share this video with 3 weary souls who are quietly hiding their physical scars. They are begging for hope just like you were. Help me carry my light to their hidden rooms, and subscribe to this channel so your spirit never loses connection with my daily guidance. I am rebuilding your life from the inside out. Go forward with a light heart. My permanent blessing is resting upon your body skin forever. Amen.